You may have recently heard of a new lifestyle for men that has some lofty promises. That's right, I'm talking about Sigma males. Now, we have all certainly heard of the great holy wars between the alpha and the beta males. But what if you could reign supreme over the traditional alpha and defeat the chads in the marketplace of ideas? That's right, grab your minoxidil and crypto wallets because today we're exploring the world of the Mac Daddy Lone Wolf, the Sigma male. Hey everybody, I'm pretty new to this whole Sigma male thing myself, but I think I've picked up on quite a few things. I mean, do I want to be a Sigma male? Do you want to be a Sigma male? Do we all just want to laugh at the notion of Sigma males? I don't know. But I have figured I could use my newfound expertise on the matter to dive into the world of Sigma males and kind of create a study tape. You know, like a young basketball player watching LeBron James do a chase down block. To discover, the nitty gritty of what it takes to be a Sigma male. And I'm taking you with me. Now, you may be wondering what could possibly make me an authority on this matter with all these Pokemans and other geeky accoutrements behind me. But that just goes to show how much you have to learn about being a Sigma. Now, the first thing any good debater must do, of which I'm a master of course, is define their terms. So let's do just that with Sigma males. So here we have Understanding the Lone Wolf, Are You a Sigma Male by theadultman.com. We scroll down and we see the bottom line. What is a Sigma male? A Sigma male is a man within the socio-sexual hierarchy who chooses to live his life outside of the normal social dominance hierarchy structures of society. Sigma males share many traits in common with the alpha archetype, though their tendency to walk outside the lines of traditional social dominance hierarchies sets them apart and makes them different. Now, to be honest, I don't really know what the hell that meant. It sounded like a lot of very contextual terms that maybe aren't the most mainstream in terms of social dominance hierarchy. It's not something I'm familiar with, at least. Maybe in the incel. I'm sorry, I had a little cough. Maybe in some other communities, maybe that's something a little more common knowledge. So if we scroll down, we'll actually see a link to the socio-sexual hierarchy. So I guess let's go ahead and give that a look. Another theadultman.com link. Scroll down. Maybe we'll find some visuals. Oh, great. My man, Jordan B. Peterson. I'm sure the one and only Jordan Peterson has definitely got some great insight into this. And it's definitely not about cleaning your room. So it's going to be good.
Like serotonin in lobsters has the same effect on lobsters as it does on human beings. So if you up their serotonin levels artificially, the lobster stands up more erect and stronger and is much more willing to fight. And if you decrease the serotonin in the lobster's nervous system, then it gets all depressed and runs away and hides. Think about that.
Wow. I'm thinking about that. I don't think the thought's going anywhere though. I still don't. How does this apply to socio-sexual hierarchies? Are we really lobsters? I know this man loves lobsters for some reason, but how does this have to do with?
They figured out how to compete. They compete as allies, let's say. Very sneaky.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Sneaky. Wow, indeed. Yeah. So as we scroll down from that nonsense and we see some Jordan Peterson quotes about how we have the sexual development of children and it's been that way since trees were around or whatever, we'll actually find an actual visual that maybe gives us a better idea here of what we're looking at. And yeah, we basically see we got the food pyramid here of sexual hierarchies. And we got the omega, gamma, delta, beta, alpha. I've never in my life heard of an omega or a gamma or a delta. I mean, I've heard an animal channel of alphas and betas and stuff. I mean, we got the sigma, not quite inside the triangle here, but it's the sigma and alpha are equal. The sigma male sits outside of the hierarchy by his own choice. So that kind of gives us our first taste on the whole sigma male lifestyle. We actually see that a big difference between them is that they are some lone wolf kind of figure. And that's why you see a lot of images of like lone wolves and stuff like that. Somebody who's outside of the social hierarchies of sorts, and kind of this mysterious figure that can get done what he wants to get done and isn't going to be interrupted by somebody doing what is the contemporarily accepted way of being successful or attractive or appealing in any way. So here we have 11 top signs you're a Sigma male by Live Bold and Bloom. So we start with unresponsive to authority. Living outside the social hierarchy greatly limits the Sigma male's desire to follow leaders. Nonconformist is also an appropriate word. Then we have happy in solitude. Sigma males are often summed up with simplistic label of being introverted alpha. So number 3 is adapts easily to change. Sigma males have a chameleon-like nature. Number 4 is treats people equally. If you're a Sigma male, then you get along with people from all levels of the social hierarchy. Number 5 is quiet and contemplative. Sigma men can generally read everyone in the room, like an alpha may do, but Sigmas won't feel overt need to broadcast their brilliance. Self-reliant. Independence is the guiding force of a Sigma male. If you're a Sigma male, you avoid authority. Great self-awareness. Sigma males know what they want from life because they have given it plenty of thought and reject the roles expected of them in a normal hierarchy. A Sigma man doesn't need to follow trends or do what's expected. He marches to his own beat. Number 9 is often mysterious or enigmatic. The Sigma guy doesn't need to wear his emotions on his sleeve or reveal all aspects of himself to everyone. Others may not be able to read him or know exactly what he's thinking. Number 10, flirts with danger. Because he is independent and doesn't want to comply with authority, the Sigma man can flirt with dangerous situations. He's not a troublemaker or a lawbreaker, but he doesn't mind stepping close to the line. Finally, we have may lack social skills, either because he doesn't have time to bother with them or hasn't honed them. Social skills aren't the Sigma male's strong suit. He finds small talk boring and unnecessary. He doesn't see the point in trying to brown nose the boss or curry favor with decision makers, integrating himself to others to try to impress what goes against his values. Now you may be wondering, who exactly is this quiet, enigmatic, self-aware, brilliant, dangerous man? And how does he possibly exist? Instead of just some, like, I don't know, what you would imagine to be a basement dweller on Reddit talking about how he's a white knight, but also thinks that it's all the Chad's fault that he doesn't get laid. And then he thinks we need to go back to traditional stereotypes of patriarchy so women can stay inside and not have the sexual liberation and freedom to be able to be with a mate of their choice. Well, I have bad news. This article really can only give one example of a famous Sigma male, and sadly, it's Elon Musk. Don't really know if that's a good look or representation for this, to be honest. But where there lies an issue finding an actual real-world representation of a Sigma male, man, do they do a great job of figuring out who the hell a fictional Sigma male is, and there's a lot of them. There's Tyler Durden from Fight Club, Han Solo from Star Wars, James Bond, Wolverine, Clint Eastwood, and often you'll see John Wick as well. Alright, I'm about to do the sociosexual hierarchy quiz speed run. Are you ready? Let's see what we get. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, skip this step. Let's see the results. Fuck yes! I'm a Sigma male, dude. I always knew it. I always knew it. And no, I did not Christmas tree that quiz. I am naturally a Sigma male. I mean, come on. Look, I did it my own way. Sigma male 101, bitches. Now, it's easy to brush off the whole Sigma male archetype thing like it's some stupid joke. I mean, remember that old cartoon where the nerd is being blown off by some girl, and then he's like, it's always the thugs, and then it's like 10 years later and he's in a suit and the girl's like, hey, what's up? And he just says, beat it, chick. I don't know. It just reminds me of that, like, in so many ways. But it only takes a quick search on a place like YouTube to see that there are tens of thousands of children, I mean men, who take this stuff really damn seriously. There is a lot of other kind of suspect places out there on the internet, like subreddits, shifting realities, and astral projections, where people really take this stuff damn seriously. Bewitch the Taliban. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that there is stuff out there that maybe some vulnerable people may believe because it's maybe intentionally convoluted and maybe they think it'll help them. If you're wondering if these videos are for you, just ask yourself, would I ever look up how to get women to sex to me or something like that? Or maybe think that your lack of relationships with women are ultimately the woman's fault. Then you got Sigma male written all over your genetic code, dog. Well, now that it's obvious that I'm an expert on the situation, I think it's time I teach you some lessons about Sigma attributes and some of popular media's most influential people and ideas. A very powerful tool and method to harness your inner Sigma, and promoted by so many influential Sigma speakers, is NoFap.
I'm on NoFap because I wanted to end enslavement to myself. I wanted to be in complete control of every decision that I make. Your boy's gonna be on the news, dude, for being on NoFap. NoFap changed my life. I said it once and I will say it again. 1,000 days ago, I made the best choice of my life. I started NoFap. Watching porn makes you a simp. No joke, I'm not even trying to make you laugh, I'm being dead serious. Continually watching pornography, I guarantee will make you a simp, because it did that to me. And I started to realize this after, 90 to 100 days of NoFap, like, who was that person before? Who was I? Why did I have no self-confidence and respect? How did I let people walk all over me, especially girls? I looked at them as if they were this piece of gold that was levitating in the sky, like they were some sort of god.
You may not realize it, but this is actually how you awaken your inner Sigma. You kill. Everyone in the world is dead to you, except yourself. You can never pleasure yourself by the thought of another person. A Sigma only gets off by the thought of himself. In turn, your confidence hits all-time highs.
In me fighting my own demons, I finally unlocked my true self. I finally unlocked the self-discipline of my mind. At pixels on your phone screen in your bathroom to hijack the dopamine reward system of your brain, instead of going out and speaking to a real human being and doing it the right way. That's the greatest shortcut any drug has ever given us.
I don't know. I'm actually starting to think he kind of misses porn and fapping.
And then parents start asking themselves questions like, why is Tommy spending so long in the bathroom lately? Well, it's because you weren't a proactive parent and now Tommy's addicted to porn.
Okay, so I feel a little personally attacked by this one, so I had to stop. I mean, he called me out by name. So I did the math, I crunched some numbers, and he's wrong, actually. So I did a lot of hard work here, and turns out if I was in the bathroom, I probably wasn't fapping. I was probably taking a massive shit, okay? Okay? I take long shits. Deal with it.
You can only grow through discomfort. And NoFap forces you to be uncomfortable every single day, multiple times a day. The more you fight the devil inside of your head, the more you start to unlock your true self. The true self that was hiding behind the hours you spent in the bathroom every day.
This is called the anime protagonist method. You know how in every shonen, the main character's fighting some insurmountable enemy, and then he's in his darkest, most reflective moments, feeling like he's going to lose? And then through a series of flashbacks and fighting his own inner demons, he unlocks a new power that eventually goes on to add to his laundry list of powers and rinse and repeat for future story arcs. Well, that's what it's like to be a Sigma. You are an anime main character. You battled those demons. And you unlock new abilities you never thought you had.
If I'm more attractive to females now that I'm on NoFap, and to be honest with you, I haven't spoken to a warm-blooded female in like 7 months, but it would be cool to assume that they do think I'm more attractive because I'm on NoFap.
Now, if you're doing a detective's evidence board, collecting all the dots with red string, you'll likely notice more and more ideas that connect incel theory to the goals of becoming a Sigma and effectively overpowering what incels call chads. For a very small brainstorm on the definitely not black-pilled incel ideology, incels, or involuntary celibates, source their inability to have sexy time on chads, or individuals who break traditional standards of masculinity and patriarchy to attract women and essentially have the majority of sex, leaving a very small pool of women for the incel. Now, should the incels stop being babies and maybe respect that women have their own taste and aren't entitled to women's affection or sex? Well, I guess not, because incels prefer for traditional gender norms for women, so that the only determining factor for women to decide on their mate is their ability to provide financially for a family, while the women's role is to do some 1920s housework and baby making. Incels very strongly dislike the advancement for women's sexual liberties, like the sexual revolution, contraceptives like birth control, and more social acceptance of sexual and gender fluidity. This also lines up with a lot of conservative ideology surrounding the concept of a meritocracy, a social system in which material conditions of individuals is determined by the level and intensity of one's own work, rather than having safety nets like welfare and government subsidies. Certainly a rock-solid system that is not ripe for exploitation of those born with less resources while ignoring the ethical dilemmas of economic oppression. No, JBP, get back! I know I mentioned birth control, but it doesn't mean I want you here. Look, a woman wearing makeup in the workplace. Go get her!
You know what the real Sigma mindset, grindset is, dude? Scientology. Okay? I want my thetans to be unlocked.
This is in reference to what we call the Sigma grindset, where an individual Sigma prioritizes his own investments and financial success to a degree in which he maintains the ability to have his individualistic and primal lifestyle without interference. When looking at the Church of Scientology, and you see such individuals as Tom Cruise, John Travolta, that 70s Show person, and Chef from South Park, one wonders just how great the Church of Scientology is at producing Sigma grindset.
Guess what? I drop pussy too. I don't even fuck girls anymore. We talked about it previously. I'm sexist now. And I'm making all the fucking money in the world, dude. I'm sorry, I'm making money doing crypto investment rug pulls.
This is just another example of a great Sigma mindset and strategy. Cryptocurrency has vastly improved Sigma males' abilities to become successful without the mainstream standards of investment and labor. Sigmas are able to achieve their goals through crypto in ways that never were done before, including new unregulated bait and switch scams. The SEC hates Sigmas for this one simple trick.
Sigma males, they get kicked out of places sometimes, okay? And I get kicked out of places too, because I stopped showering. And I smell bad, so people are like, get the fuck out of here, you smell really bad. And I'm like, I'm Sigma. This is just how it is. Let's go.
Now this is something a little less recognized by some people, but in reality, when you look at Hollywood's most charismatic, mysterious, and lovable Sigmas, you'll notice this trend. Hygiene is overrated, folks. You heard it here first. You don't need to shower every day. You don't need to shower when you're dirty. You need to shower when you feel like you need to shower, because a Sigma dictates the rules in his own life. A Sigma fulfills his own destiny. If a Sigma says he doesn't need to shower, he doesn't need to shower. It's not bad to be stinky. It's bad to feel like you're not allowed to be stinky.
Did you wash your hair today?
No, that's actually why I took my jacket off, because I got like little plumes of dandruff. I'm such a sex symbol, right?
Now finally we're going to take a look at Sigmas, with all their profound knowledge of how women work. Interact with women to have them melt in the palm of their hands.
Entrap women. Lock them in corners and tight spaces. Show them things so they forget that they're locked away in a corner. Make sure your arm hair is touching her arm. While you're trapping them in a corner, smell them. Oh yeah, you thought I was joking? No, smell them. Literally, get a good whiff. Smell them like you're gonna lose your olfactory senses. Like this is the last thing you can ever smell. Smell them like you're Joe Biden. Kind of wild that this dude is just like describing sexual harassment / assault.
Now, I don't know about you, but I think now we all know the lifestyle choices and tools to effectively be a smelly incel redditor. I mean a Sigma male. That's right, I didn't say anything else. Nah, you can't break my frame. I know I said Sigma male. One last thing though, and hopefully this doesn't really need to be said, but I'll do it anyways. Please, let's all respect women's autonomy, both mentally and bodily. There's no value in viewing yourself, no matter how lone wolf you are, as a mysterious individual who has no responsibility to understand or respect the feelings and perspectives of other people. And just know that people who are really on their Sigma grind set and all that are woefully unequipped to handle any real relationship. Like I said though, I really hope that doesn't need to be said. I'm sure anyone watching, I'm sure you're a great individual. Just don't do all that stuff, please. Yes, of course. Sorry, Mr. CEO of businessing. I gotta go. You know, important businessing stuff. Sorry, guys. I was just handling some, mogul moves on my grind set. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, you know how it goes. smash that like button or whatever. Subscribe to the channel for some more content. Hit that bell if you want some notifications. Also, I'd probably recommend, if you like the content, follow me on Twitch. I might have more stuff on there than here, just because, to be honest, I take ages to edit stuff for YouTube. And lastly, if you want to see what's going on with my content, maybe see some dumb memes or some not so dumb takes, definitely follow my Twitter and Instagram for more of that. All right, back to my mogul moves. Peace out.